Okay, everyone, this is a story that we don't normally do here, but we got to talk about it because it involves in real life streaming. No, it's not Vitelli. It's actually the guy who, dare I say it, has inspired a lot of rip-off clones who've been giving a lot of us decent tourists a very bad name. You may heard of name Johnny Somali, better known as Ramsey Khalid Ismail. And I want to give a shout out to people like 15 Minutes of Shame, Mist, Legal Mindset, especially Legal Mindset, and Tozy, who have been calling out these nuisance streamers and shining a light on their scumbag criminal activity. In Japan, South Korea, Thailand, dare I say it, and even in the Philippines, which now they definitely don't do that in the Philippines, you have these tourists, majority from America, but also from other countries. Majority from America, though, sadly, who go to these countries and bully the people. Now, I've been to Japan. I was welcomed with open arms, not once, but twice. And throughout that time, I've never seen so much hospitality towards me. Sorry for that stutter. Now, Philippines, Thailand, South Korea, I've heard some very similar stories. But since then, there's been a problem on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube where you have these people go there, bully and harass, assault and stalk, and do other cringe or criminal behavior. And finally, we are seeing something being done about it. Most notably, Vitelli is being held in the Philippines. And you know what? Hey, great. The Philippines really stepped up. Shout out to the Philippines. I played another video where you had two tourists start a fight in the red light district in Thailand, and they got regulated. Now, Johnny Somali, he caused a lot of nuisance streaming in South Korea. And that's the correction, in Japan. They did put him in jail, but then he got released and was banned for 5 years. And then he decided to go to Israel, of all places, and start stuff there. And then he went to South Korea. Currently now, he is in a long legal battle because what he did not only was harassing and disrupting businesses in South Korea, but he also decided to twerk, dance, oil up, and do disrespectful things to not one, but two comfort women statues. Now, these comfort women statues, they are there to be set up as a memorial to the women who were victims of the Imperial Japanese Army. South Korea as a whole was occupied by the Empire of Japan, and many of the women, young and old, were forced into slavery and had to do acts to appease and please the Japanese Imperial Army. And those statues are there to remind everyone just what they went through and so that their stories never forget. And Johnny, in his infinite wisdom, decided to do disgusting acts on those two statues. And so now he is in the trial for his life. Now, he has been kicked off of YouTube and Kick. About time, Kick. Well done. But the man doesn't know when to shut up. He's his own worst enemy. And recently he decided to go live. And when I mean go live, the man just likes to incriminate himself at this point. And, you know, the only person I feel sorry for is his lawyer. So without further ado, I just want to at least bring this up here because he was trying to get this Twitch or this video deleted, but because the internet is forever, 15 Minutes of Shame captured this. So I want to give a shout out to them, and I will be posting the link to this video in the description box below. This man does not deserve your sympathy. This man does not deserve your kindness. He is the lowest of the low, and you're going to find out why.
Ain't this shit fun, Hank? You having fun?
We're having fun. Hell yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Hell yeah, nigga.
It's better than us just being fucking antisocial and sitting over there and sitting over, right? We're having a good time. I think we should do this. I think we should do this once, twice a week.
I should.
And we have an audience, and it's gonna grow and grow and grow. You know what I mean?
You should, honestly, yes.
I think once, twice a week, we should do this.
Yeah.
There's no more party. I'm only on YouTube. And Hank, tell them to the camera one time. This is your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Tell them.
Now, for those who don't know, Hank is one of these trust fund babies. Okay. Now, here's an interesting thing. In Korea, it is mandatory service, and huge shout out to Legal Mindset. But he's the one who has been definitely keeping an eye on all of this. And if you want to, and again, I'll be posting a link to Legal Mindset's YouTube channel because he has a treasure trove of information about how Johnny's going down. Because see, Johnny's YouTube channel's gone. So he's saying, hey, look, no, this isn't my YouTube channel. This is Hank's YouTube channel. Bear with me, folks, because there's a reason why Johnny needs to be made an example of. Because he has done a lot of pain. You're going to get enraged very soon, but we have to see just a little bit more. Bear with me. Bear with me, because now Johnny decides to talk a little bit more kind of stuff here, okay? There's a method to this madness.
Invasion.
This is not my channel. Whose channel is it? Say it one more time. Let me get out this frame.
This is my
No,
channel.
get in the center.
This is my
Who
channel.
owns this channel?
I own it. I own it.
Who, when it gets monetized, who does the AdSense revenue go to?
Me.
Who does the AdSense? Who does the super chat through YouTube go to?
Me. My bank account.
Does Johnny Somali have anything to do with this channel?
No. Negative.
It's not my channel.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter there because he does himself in. He does himself in with a point, and I want to just be very careful here, where he is promoting very disgusting behaviors, such as in his window browser, they show where they're trying to look for the age of consent in the United Kingdom. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's what he tries to pull up here. That's what he's looking for. And just so you guys know just a little bit more about Johnny, here's Legal Mindset breaking it down, because here's one of the things that he's being charged for, Johnny Somali in South Korea.
Okay. Here's a new spicy charge.
Now, this was from a couple of weeks ago. Now, in that live stream that Johnny tried to delete, where he was looking for the age of consent in the United Kingdom, he was playing inappropriate and very disgusting stuff around young children at the South Korean equivalent of Disney World.
Take some time. Let this sink in. Let this
No sound bites allowed. Yep, absolutely. Semper Fi, Marine. Semper Fi, absolutely.
sink in. I'm going to take a moment here. Let everybody read this. Let everybody read this. Ramsey Khalid Ismail is under police. He has been in this has been referred to the prosecutor, right? Serious consideration of child harassment. On September 30th, 2024, Johnny Somali created a huge public nuisance at Lote World, eventually leading to him being kicked out and questioned by security. He's been charged and more likely indicted in the Western District for this crime. However, what he did in line for go-karts brings his crime to an even darker and more severe territory. While approaching the line with text-to-speech ready to play on full blast, Johnny said, "For kids, what is this? Oh yeah, let's do this. It's a bunch of little kids, bro." And just so you understand that this is not me making this up, we have this on video, dead to rights. Let's play first him knowingly going into an area with children, knowing there's sexual messages that have been playing nonstop on his TTS.
I want to keep my pausing to minimum because Legal Mindset's going to be dropping some more information here, and he's doing an update as well. Andy says, why would you film yourself doing evil? There's a video out there where Johnny is asked that question. And D, he answered that question. For clout, for money. At the height of his power, when he was doing good on Kick and on YouTube, he said it himself. For money, for clout, for influence. He said those words. That's what he said. And there are people who have been trying to mimic what he's doing. You have people, tourists giving the rest of us bad names, doing horrific stuff in countries like Japan, South Korea, Thailand, the Philippines, everywhere. being nuisance streamers because they think they can get that kind of power influence, and they're doing it for clout. They're doing it to cause pain and suffering. Johnny said so in one of his own live streams. I believe that evil must be opposed. And the thing is, look, I want to visit Japan. I want all of you to visit Japan or South Korea or wherever. But you want to know what I don't want? I don't want, like, when you pull out your phone to film or take a photograph, that people will look at you and wonder, are you going to cause pain? Are you going to do something disrespectful? Are you going to disrespect? Are you going to do something disrespectful? Because now when an American or anybody visiting those countries, that's the first thought. I was treated with absolute kindness in Japan. Not once, but twice when I visited that country. And I've heard stories about the generosity in the Philippines and in Thailand and in South Korea. People like Somali and his dollar store clones have poisoned that kindness.
All day. And he's going around children. And here's him knowingly and happily celebrating going around children to play sexual messages.
For kids? What is this? Oh yeah, let's do this. There's a bunch of little kids, bro. They're wondering where my parents are. I am the size of most of these fucking kids.
So the text to speech is muted here because we were editing this, we didn't want to play it, but these are messages that talk about having sex with children and talk about sexual acts with children. They're all related to sexual acts with children, and they're played intentionally and directly right next to little children in Korean, and they're in Korean language, right? So they're muted here. Right now, he's pretending they don't know what they're saying. But once again, this is what you call willful negligence. He knew, as you could see, that they were children, and he was happy they were children.
I'm going to jail.
So he realizes in that moment what he's doing is wrong. He realizes it, and he doesn't silence the TTS. He keeps it playing at full blast. He says, I'm going to jail. He knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows it's about children. He knows it's been sexual. All night the messages have been sexual. And he keeps doing it. And he keeps it on.
I'm going to get kicked out of here, guys. I'm sorry. The ringtone, sorry. My ringtone.
So there's more sexual. Once again, these don't stop. These are non-stop sexual messages.
Hi. Oh, sorry, ringtone.
And by these messages, that means they're also blasted out loud for people to hear them. For people to hear them.
So he's pretending it's his ringtone. He's not turning it down intentionally. Once again, willful negligence. Even if he doesn't understand the text, willful negligence around children.
He was calling me on the phone. Down. Okay, good. Okay.
He keeps it on full blast, by the way.
Fuck, bro. Sorry. Oh, they have a security. They have a security. You think I'm getting kicked out? They're calling security.
See, they shut down the ride and they call security. Obstruction and child harassment. Clean cut.
Do you want to know why? This has been asked before. Because a lot of these in real life streamers that are on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, now these same people will be fanning the flames of so much worse things, but they go to these countries because they believe that they're weak, that they believe they could push the people around. Listen, I have seen my fair share of fighters and tough people that come in all shapes and sizes, okay? Never underestimate anyone. Always be respectful. Always be nice. If you find yourself in a scary situation, hey, and you're not the cause of it, try and find a way out of it. Hey, that's what I think. That's what I think, okay? That's just my opinion, okay? You know, if you run into a bad person, try and sometimes running away is the best option, right? But these in real life streamers, what they do is they go up to people and bully them. Random people in different countries because they think they could push them around. Yeah, that's not going to hunt anymore. You have governments now acting up. The reason why he won't go to Mexico or Brazil is because he knows that the cartels, the groups there, will chop him up. But see, the thing is, there's tough guys everywhere in every country.
Cut. There's another one of text-to-speech. I don't even need to play it. I've actually there's retweeting stuff out about this, and there's the video out of this. I don't necessarily need to play this, but there's other videos I can show it here where he's on a bus and he fully understands that he can. This is another video. It's from a separate incident, not Lote World, but it just shows that he understands text-to-speech and he understands he can turn it down. This is another place where there's messages. So he knows he can turn down text-to-speech. He knows he can control it. He says he can control it, but he chooses not to control that. It's
now, again, I want to play a little bit more from Legal Mindset, but I'll return back to Johnny because he says that his character, Ramsey says that his character is nothing more than just, it's just something that will trigger people, but you shouldn't let it live rent-free in your head because the thing is, Johnny has a weakness. His mommy and daddy don't love him. They don't like him. They're embarrassed by him. Here's a little documentary video where he's explaining, because you'll witness his hypocrisy in real time. Just want to throw it out there.
No problem with them and empathizing with other people. They were like, I just don't get why do you care? I don't understand that because I said it before. I never scrolled social media my entire life and saw any clip or any content that has driven me to anger or wanting to do violence. So that thing, I don't resonate with. I don't understand. I don't understand how someone can see, okay, this young kid, he goes here, he says something stupid, or he just dances, like this something retarded. I would just look at it and say, this is just some stupid, rage bait troll. If you let me get you angry, if you let Johnny Somali or any other kind of internet creator control your thoughts and thinking and drive you to do whatever, comment 30 times or anger or make these fucking Twitter posts and videos and Reddit posts, I control you. I literally control these people. I feel like emotionally, they're letting me play with their emotions. I feel like people need to be stronger than that. A lot of people that I see now, some people on Reddit are like, why are we giving him attention? Why is this the 50th post about him in the Korea subreddit? People are like, why are you giving him what he wants, attention?
No, he looks all wise and kind there. That's an act. Because Johnny has inspired other people to do this kind of stuff and try and make money off of it. It is evil and depraved and it's disgusting. I don't usually talk like this because you know what? I try and take the high road. But see, I have people I love that live in Japan. And actually, dare I say it, hey, we've had some people from the Philippines reach out to Hardlands Media and say, hey, thank you for giving coverage about Vitelli. We're kind and hospitable here. We want tourists to be here. We just want to be respected. And you know what? I'm for that because I want the respect and the kindness to return. And Johnny says, oh, why are you getting angry at me? Maybe because, Johnny, you're doing inappropriate stuff around kids. Maybe, Johnny, because you're disrespecting the culture. Maybe, Johnny, you are acting like a nuisance and disrupting businesses. Maybe it's because you are overall a scumbag person. And see, the thing is, remember, I said his mommy and daddy don't love him. They don't like him. His audience doesn't like him either. In 15 minutes of Shame's video, Johnny says, oh, YouTube reached out to him and said, oh, you got such a great audience. Let me let you all on a little hint about YouTube. Okay? There is a 99.9 infinitum chance that if you are a YouTuber, if you choose to become it, and you ever have an issue, 99.99 infinitum chance you're either talking to an intern or they're using an AI or an AI you're speaking to. Okay? As somebody who's been in these trenches, that's a common answer. Like, oh, yeah, we totally would like to help you out. Oh, yes. No, that's not how YouTube operates. That is not how it works, Johnny boy. Okay? That is not how YouTube works. I know. I've been through the trenches. I've dealt with real censorship. Oh, and guess what? Unlike you, Johnny, my audience actually really likes me. Now, see, I have a family that likes me too. And see, the thing is, he's asking, why are people so upset? Well, see, Johnny, you started it with people. And the thing is, you like to dish it out. But as soon as you get a taste of your own medicine, now again, viewer discretion is advised for this one. His audience members who are somebody who's donating $3, they're donating $3 just to be mean. But watch how he snaps. Watch how he acts. He acts like a child on Hank's YouTube channel.
Anonymous sent $3. Hank, just because you train MMA doesn't mean you know how to fight. In a real world test of your fighting skills, you got completely destroyed, even with a weapon. Put the fries in the bag, Hank.
Because I wasn't trying to use a weapon in Korea. You don't even know what self-defense laws in Korea is. Like when I thought at first like they were assaulting you with a weapon.
Yeah.
That's why I brought a weapon down too.
Yeah.
Shit. This one. That's exactly someone who doesn't train MMA would say. Just go way over there.
Somali's father sent $3. This is your dad. Get a vasectomy, son. 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 This is your booty scratcher mom. Get a vasectomy, son.
Yeah.
Shut the up. Stop sending me messages like that. It's not a game. It's not a joke. And it's not funny.
Anonymous sent $10 drinks.
It is, Johnny. It is, because what have you done to women and children, to couples, to the elderly? There's a whole treasure trove of videos of you really, really being evil, Johnny. And all of a sudden, you get a taste of your own medicine and you don't like it? Oh, well, too bad. I know that Legal Mindset and Atozi and everybody else, see, that live stream that you deleted, there are some mad dog killer types who downloaded that video, who recorded your live stream, who caught you when you accidentally pulled up one of your tabs looking for age of consent in the United Kingdom. You gross, miserable scumbag. You see, Johnny, everyone's going to know your name and you're going to be made an example of. Same thing like Vitelli. All you in real life streamers harassing and hurting people are going to be stepped up to, because I like doing content. But you know what I don't like? I don't like you guys crapping in the pool. I don't like you guys going out there hurting people. I don't like bullies. So yeah, you get a taste of your own medicine, honey child.
Somali's father sent $3. Hi, son. This is your. I just got a quick question. Would you rather jork it to your booty scratcher mom or you spear throwing moon cricket sister? Take the bone out of your nose and answer honestly. Also, get a vasectomy.
Shut your bitchy ass up. Mudslinging, swimming in the Ganges River, dirty ass. Shut the bitchy ass nigga.
All right, so
play the video.
Honestly, I've never seen him this salty. Clearly, they found the weak spot. They found the one thing that totally triggers him so bad. And it's funny because they're kind of using racism against a non-racist. He has no problem being a piece of crap to everybody. But as soon as someone flips the script on him, he loses his mind. Anyways, the next segment is really important because they're laying down their plan to go harass this news agency tomorrow.
your media.
Now, this news agency, when Johnny went to his trial wearing one of Hank's clothes, because Johnny doesn't have any clothes, you know, he looked like he. No offense to my people from the 80s who dressed up in all fashion, but he was like a horrible, like big. It was terrible. Okay, but he did something very stupid, and Atozi and Legal Mindset even commented on it. And there was a couple other people here too that were commenting on it. First of all, when the reporter from the South Korean news agency was asking him questions, he told the reporter to F off and that he said that he loves North Korea. Now, Again, the North and South, in case you might have been sleeping under a rock, have been fighting each other for quite some time, right? It's a ceasefire, Again, the North and South, it's a very delicate, complicated relationship. But what you don't do in South Korea is start praising the North. I mean, it's one of those no bueno things that you do, that you just don't want to do, okay? And here he is threatening that very same news agency.
Yeah,
Facts.
this is how unprofessional Korean media is.
The Korean media don't know nothing. I want to do a live stream. Can somebody send me the address? Who is the talking shit about me? The main news, JTBC.
JTBC.
Somebody send me the JTBC address. I'm pulling up live.
And
I'm pulling up.
Now, Travis, hold on. The difference between you and Johnny is that you make it look good. Okay, Johnny, he looked terrible. He just looked terrible, and he was wearing a Trump MAGA hat too when he went to court. And by the way, the first court meeting he went to, he pled guilty. So already he screwed himself up the wazoo. Just throwing it out there.
To JBC News Live. I'm going to pull up, and they need to call the police to tell me to leave.
And I want to show them this.
Because that news reporter, I'm going to press that to his face.
And
I don't give a fuck if it's a live broadcast.
I want to show them this.
I'll walk in there and pull my cock out and piss on it now.
And
show him. Click it. What do you want to show him?
All right, so this is my
talk about it. Just talk about it.
And now this guy here, Hank, he's one of those lol cows. He files lawsuits upon lawsuits upon lawsuits upon people, causing stress and pain. Listen, there was Hank got curb stomped. Okay, I don't want to play that video, but he got curb stomped.
This is my injury after that getting jumped, right?
That's nothing.
This is like this is not resulting from that dude doing anything. This is from feet. Feet, look.
That's from a woman's feet?
That's from feet, yes. Shoes.
A woman's feet did that to you?
Yes.
Woman's feet?
But yeah. Yes.
So who cares, man?
I got jumped.
Who cares?
Now, guess who's paying his legal fees? Hank is paying Johnny's legal fees. And Johnny is saying to Hank, after pulling all of this, is saying, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? See, Johnny doesn't have a residency there at all.
You survived.
I love how Hank is such a cuck. He's basically saying, look, I got jumped to protect you, Johnny. And Johnny says, who cares? I don't give a shit. And Hank would just do it again because I think he's in love or something. In the next segment, Hank starts airing out his daddy issues, and he's totally...
Now, okay, we're not going to be dealing with Hank's daddy issues, but we know their weakness. I want to play just a little bit more from legal mindset because Johnny is screwed up the wazoo.
And it's horrible. And beyond all, it's criminal. It's severely criminal. Let's read through the statute, shall we? So, Article 1 of the Child Welfare Act. This is what he violated here. The purpose of this act is to guarantee the welfare of children so they can be born healthy and grow up happily and safely. Is that not a basic human right? Is that not basic human dignity? Is that not something that, people can disagree about other charges, but is this not something we could all stand together and say, you know what? There's a line. You're around children. You know that vile, nasty messages have been playing all night. Maybe, regardless of whether they're in English or Korean, you shouldn't be playing them. He even said, I'm going to jail. He knew. In all activities concerning children, the interests of children should be considered among others. Prohibited acts, Article 17. No person shall engage in any of the following acts. Having a child engage in lewd acts, or, and here it is, committing sexual harassment or sexual abuse against a child that will make him feel sexually ashamed. So the question is, would those children hearing about messages about wanting to have sex with children and sexual acts in front of children and to children, would they feel sexually ashamed when they're in Korean, their native language, hearing that? and other text to speech that are vile. Even the English ones were vile and disgusting, and many of them were sexual as well. It's nasty, it's disgusting, and the penalty is severe. The penalty is imprisonment with labor.
Johnny, I want my cabbages, and I want them daily. All right? I want those cabbages every day, all the time, every time. We here at Heartlands Media salute Legal Mindset, Atozi, 15 Minutes Shames, Mist, for being the... Again, there's a lot of other channels. I just wanted to just name those 4 who have been on the forefront in fighting this from the very beginning. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because more people need to be made aware of this, and these scumbag streamers need to be made an example of. Because now, again, now I want to pull up something that's very important here. Now, this was posted on April 15th, all right, by Legal Mindset with another channel that's a parody version of Johnny Somali that's been calling out all these scumbag streamers. They have to be stopped, okay? And this is one of those things where it's like, I have to say we have to stop these bullies, because even now, the real dose of reality is that if you are going to be a content creator now, the actions of these dumb people are going to be severe, especially if you want to be going overseas, because now, look, getting a legitimate work visa is, you know, it's not difficult, but from here on out, I would not be surprised if Japan, South Korea, the Philippines, Thailand, and every other country across the Pacific are going to be enforcing work visas. So a lot of these people, especially Ice Poseidon, who went on the record, he even quoted his own stupidity that he made hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations while filming in South Korea and Japan. The thing is, this is going to trigger my libertarian friends. I love you, my fellow libertarians, but ding, 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 you got to pay those taxes, baby. So I just want to pull this up here. This is from Legal Mindset. He wrote this: deporting those illegally earning needs to be done on a mass scale in Japan and other countries. In 2025, it isn't hard to get a legitimate visa that allows you to legally earn from streaming, and will completely eliminate nuisance streamers. To which I have to say, look, I would love to film content in Japan and everything else, but you know what? Guess what? I'm going to do the smart thing and get an actual legit working visa there, so that I can at least, you know, film, do content. If I want to do live stream interviews, fine, whatever. That's further on down the road. But if it means hurting these scumbag streamers, good. Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Philippines, everywhere else in between, do it.
The current administration not only wants to yeet illegal foreign IRLs, it's not just IRL. They're also talking about people that do desktop content, because when you go to another country and you make money, it's always been illegal. It's illegal right now, but they don't enforce it as harshly, because it takes a pretty significant amount of resources to indict them and commit them and convict them, right? Rather than just deport them. But apparently they'll default to the deporting quite quickly. It's already illegal to make money in this country without having a proper or requisite visa. Fucking ban it. It'll get rid of all these douche fucks. Just ban IRL. It don't take rocket scientists to figure this shit out.
Exactly. Exactly. So what can we take away from this? Well, first of all, I'm sorry. I want to apologize to my audience for exposing you to that scumbag. But there's a lot of evil in this world, and it's got to be stepped up against. I don't like bullies. Evil must be opposed. And people like Johnny, people like Vitaly, and their clone copies who want to, oh, what? And again, I know there's video out there of Vitaly doing kind things. Listen, if someone kicks you in the balls and gives you $20, that doesn't mean they're a saint. Stand up to these scumbags. What they have done is ruin it for all of us good people who want to enjoy the culture, the music, the people, the lands, the landscapes, the attractions, everything. If we sit by and let them keep on bullying and harassing, think about the damage, the long-term effect. So shout out to the channels that have been doing this in the very beginning, fighting. And I think all of us need to be part of this fight here too. Expose those scumbags. And Johnny, listen, Tick tock for you. Time is running out. Everybody's going to know your name, Ramsey. Get to work on those cabbages.